It's lesson 10 and we're learning about triads. That is the sound of an arpeggiated triad. A triad is a chord made out of 3 notes. The 3 notes are separated by intervals of thirds. The thirds that separate each degree can either be major or minor. If you have a note followed by a major third, followed by a minor third, that spells a major triad. If you have a note followed by a minor third, followed by a major third, that is a minor triad. When we talked about the interval of a third the last time, we talked about how if you move 3 note names in a sequence, like F, G, A, you can also go F, G, A flat. They're both distance of a third. 1, 2, 3 note names, 1, 2, 3 note names. But the larger distance is major and the smaller distance is minor. The smaller distance is 3 semitones. The larger distance is 4 semitones away from the root. We're not going to sit around counting semitones in musical situations. We're going to learn the difference between the sound of a major and the sound of a minor. Did that sound to you like G flat went up a major third and a minor third? Or did it sound to you like it went up a minor third and a major third? A minor triad is a minor third and then a major third. Compare it to the major. A major third followed by a minor third. If this chord had been major, how would it have sounded different? Can you sing it? Here's the minor. With the same root, sing a major. Did that sound major or minor to you? It may take a while before you're able to recognize them. The larger third gives the major triad its name. The minor third gives the minor triad its name. But because they're both made out of the same thing, a major and a minor third, or a minor and a major third, means that they both contain the same distance from the bottom to the 5th degree. Because 1 to minor third plus 1 to major third is always going to give you the same amount as 1 to major third and then 1 to minor third. So major and minor triads always contain the perfect 5th in root position. And the only difference is whether the third is bigger or smaller. In terms of our Solfa exercises, the Ionian scale that we've been working on, major scale, has different triads within it. It has major and minor and also a diminished triad inside the structure. So say we wanted do, mi, so as our pattern and we wanted to move that up through each scale degree of the Ionian scale. We can probably hear that do, mi, so would sequentially lead us to re, fa, la, and then mi, so, ti, fa, la, do, so, ti, re, la, do, mi, ti, re, fa, do. It's probably going to be easy enough for you to stay in key and go through each step in the Ionian scale and not worry about whether you're singing major triads or minor triads or whatever. That is because we are staying diatonic, and each time we move the pattern, we're adjusting the major and minor intervals to stay inside the key. If we didn't adjust them, say we had a major third and then a minor third, as you do in a major triad, and we moved that pattern exactly, and we didn't adjust it to the key that we're in, we wouldn't go do, mi, so, re, fa, la. We would go do, mi, so, re, fi, la. Can you hear that that's not in key? There's lots of different ways that we can leave the key we're in. That's the process of being non-diatonic, and it's a great thing to do. But when you want to stay in key, well, that's why we learn to sing. To know when we're in key and know when we're leaving the key. Know how to change key. So let's say we want to stay in key. We want to sing diatonically. Well, we can probably go through with relatively little difficulty. But let's intellectually know whether we're singing a major or minor triad as we go. This will be really helpful to know the internal structure of the scale so that when you have to do a reading exercise, or when you're in a musical situation where you need to sing a certain interval on demand, or you're in a certain key and you need to leave that key, you'll know how to do it because you have strong musical muscles in your brain. Okay, can you tell me, is the triad that is built on the first degree of the scale major or minor? It's major. Can you tell me if the triad, diatonic to the key, built on the second degree of the scale, is major or minor? It's minor. Built on the third degree of the scale, is this triad major or minor? It's minor. On the fourth degree of the scale, we have a major triad. On the fifth degree of the scale, we have a major triad. On the sixth degree of the scale, we have a minor triad. What about this one? Did that sound like a minor triad to you? Or did it sound a little different? If you're having trouble identifying it, that's because it's neither major nor minor. This one is diminished. You have a note followed by the next note a third away. It's a minor third, followed by another note a third away. That's a minor third. So two stacked minor thirds on top of a note give you a diminished triad. The distance from here to here is not a perfect fifth, like it would be if we had a minor third and a major third, or a major third and a minor third stacked upon each other. Because it's two minor thirds, the distance is smaller. And we have not the perfect fifth we would have if we went do, re, mi, fa, so. We have a smaller distance. Do, say. That is a tritone. So let's see. Major, do, mi, so. Minor, re, fa, la. Minor, mi, so, ti. Major, fa, la, do. Major, so, ti, re. Minor, la, do, mi. Diminished, ti, re, fa, do. Have a look at this exercise. As you can see, we've got our triad and we're moving it up each scale degree. We should know what that sounds like by now. I've written in which ones are major triads, which ones are minor triads, and which one is the diminished triad. Take your time to look at this exercise, sing through it in your mind. When you're ready, you can do the exercise and just try to see if you can keep a hold on which ones are the major and which ones are the minor triads. Okay, if that was tricky for you, try it on a slower tempo. Put your BPM on your metronome to try something like 60, something that makes you able to do it without tripping over yourself. This is the same exercise again. What I've written in underneath is not the quality of the chord, but the interval. The distance from do to mi is a major interval, major third, and from mi to so is a minor third. Because these are triads, we know that a triad is a chord made of 3 notes, and those notes being separated by distances of thirds. So major and minor refer to the thirds that are inside these triads. As you can see, diminished is a minor and another minor. As discussed, the distance from the first, the root, and the fifth is a perfect fifth for all of them except the diminished. The diminished, the fifth, has a diminished fifth. As you're doing the exercise this time, try to become aware of the intervallic structure of each of the triads. Each triad contains a perfect fifth from the root to the fifth and either a major third on the bottom and a minor third on the top, or the reverse. The exception being 2 stacked minor thirds of the diminished. I'll sing with you this time. Do, mi, so, re, fa, la, mi, so, ti, fa, la, do, so, ti, re, la, do, mi, ti, re, fa, do. You can practice that as many times as you need to. And remember, you should always read the exercise first before you try to do it. And look for your anchor points, like maybe the first note of each bar. So that if you do get lost for a bar, you can get right back on when you move on to the next bar, and you don't have to spend your whole time scrambling. It's all about boxing clever. So remember, these words that I've written here refer to the interval of a third between these chord tones. Above here, these words refer to the quality of the triad. Major triad, minor triad, diminished triad. Okay, best of luck.